Hello, my dear listener, my dear student, my dear audience, and welcome to our today's radio production class. Yesterday we are discussing about how to come up with a radio program, more so if you are measuring your content on the interview and different interviewing skills that you are supposed to apply to ensure that you succeed in the interview that you are conducting. So I hope you still remember what we discussed about what you are going to do before the actual interview, during the interview, and the information you are going to disseminate to your targeted audiences after the interview. Today we are going to discuss about music programs, or else why do we need to have music program in our radio stations. And you're going to find that most of our radio stations, or else most of our radio FB, bit FM or else AM channels, they play music. And you're going to find that music plays a very important role in all our stations. Majorly, we normally use music as fillers in radio station, whereby probably you're having a program, but you also have an emotional break or else a breather in between. During this particular breather moment, we normally play music in our stations. But still we are going to talk about the purpose of music in radio stations. Why do you need to play music, or else why do you need to have music in our radio stations? First of all, we are going to talk about aesthetic pleasure. You're going to find that many people, they love music because they have to enjoy the pleasure. It is aesthetic to them. You cannot be able to separate this music from their real life situation. So they normally play music just for pleasure purposes, or else for the time when they are free, or else the time they are using their leisure, they just want to listen to music so that they can feel fun out of listening to music. Depending on the type of music you prefer, maybe others prefer reggae music, others maybe like listening to gospels, others prefer rumba music. Regardless of the type of music that probably you prefer or else you want as a listener, it depends on you. But now we are saying that some of the listeners, they prefer music just because they want to feel pleasure, or else to feel proud after listening to the music they are listening to. Still, some music are for religious purposes, whereby probably the reason why you are disseminating this music or else playing this song is you want to communicate a religious message. Regardless of your religion, all religions, they have the kind of music they normally play. You might be a Christian, you might be an Islam or else a Muslim, you might be a Hindu or else other denominations. All these type of denominations, they have their own music they prefer to listen to so that they can be able to enrich themselves with the religion matters or else religious issues. Still, you can have music for ceremonial purposes. Maybe let's say you're having a wedding function, you are going to play wedding songs. Or there is funeral somewhere, you are going to play funeral songs. Or else you are having a party, you are going to play music that is able to fulfill or else enrich you with whatever the occasion you are celebrating or else you are participating in. So different ceremonial functions, they have different types of music they normally play depending on which occasion are you attending or else celebrating. Still, another function of music is for entertainment purposes. And you're going to find that many people listen to music because they just want to be entertained, or they want to feel entertained. And we are saying that music plays a very important role in entertaining our targeted audiences or else our listeners. So if you are coming up with an entertainment music, ensure that this music can be able to play a very important role in form of entertaining your targeted audiences. But now, still after that, we can talk about sources of music in radio stations. If you are opening up a radio station or if you are operating a radio station, how are you going to be able to get your music, or else where are you going to source your music? Still, you can get your music by buying. Let's say you can go to the vendor shop and you happen to buy a CD, or else you can be able to buy a music top for DVD and you are able to play to your targeted audiences. Still, you can buy from the singer or the author of that particular music. You can also borrow music from your friends, can be your colleagues, can be the other stations. You can go and borrow them. They can also assist you with the music that you want to play to your targeted audiences. Still, you can download online, whereby we have so many music that have been posted online, and you as a journalist, you can download the music and you are able to play to your targeted audiences. Besides downloading, you can requisition the music from the author, whereby you can invite the authors to come to the studio. They can bring a CD for you, or else you can be able to go and visit them, and they are going to give you the CD or else the music they have produced so that you can be able to play to your targeted audiences. So these are the main purposes of music in the radio stations, or else why people normally play music, why people normally like music in radio stations. And we are saying the first of all is aesthetic nature. We are talking about religious matters, ceremonial matters, or else for entertainment purposes. And still, we have been discussing about sources of music for our FM or AM stations. And first of all, We are saying that you can be able to buy the music from the author or else from the shop. You can borrow from your friends or from the other stations. You can download the music, and still you can requisite from the singers or else from the author of those particular music. I hope you're able to understand the main purpose of playing music in your radio station, and out of that you are able to apply in the real life situation. Let's meet next time at the same place. Thank you.